Hello everyone! I'm back with my March TOA series. Once again, we are on Lyrith, the TOA boss. She's probably the harder boss in my opinion, but other people might have differing views. So, I did this boss and I gave a much more detailed explanation in my other video. It had to be in January, I think. So, check that out because I explain a lot more in that video. And my runes were worse quality than now. My runes have improved quite a bit, so this level was much easier, but check out the other video for sure because I explain a lot more. This video right here is just going to be briefly explaining things and going over it kind of quickly because I already explained it once before, and I don't feel a need to correct myself or anything like that. So check the other video, and also check out the boss's skills. I think, in my opinion, it's very important to know the boss's skills to know what you're dealing with when she has her ads out. She's a complicated fight. The guy boss, Athtaros or whatever, he's not very complicated, but she is. So it's very important to know what you're dealing with, to know how to attack it. So let's go ahead and play the video. I'm going to show you guys the first two waves too, so you can possibly compare it to my older video to see how much of an easier time I had this time around. So, and I'll briefly go over the strategy. Basically, you want to the only debuff you're putting on Junos is a stun. The Junos have a passive where if you put more than one debuff on them, they will remove all debuffs and heal. So you don't want that happening. You're going to go for the Annabelles first because they have a heal and a cleanse, and also they have a defense break, which can kind of screw over your Bernard. And you need Bernard, you need all your units to survive this level, basically. So the team I'm running is a basic TOA free-to-play, easily obtainable team. Beretta, Veramos, Bella, Bernard, and then a nuker. And the only nuker I could really use is Sig because I did not pull one. I think Theomar's works here, but I kind of like Sig a little bit better because of the attack debuff. But I chose to use Sig. All of my runes are going to be in a photo album in the description. And also feel free to comment what teams you used, because I had someone comment that they used a little bit of a different team. They actually didn't bring Beretta at all. So if you guys have other teams, you can kind of help each other out and let each other know what you're using. Which might be helpful. So, once you get down to the Junos, you want to spread out your debuffs as much as possible, and conserve your cooldowns because the next wave is kind of hard. I mean, you don't really have to conserve your cooldowns because there's nothing really worth conserving that's on a long cooldown, because you're not even using Beretta's third skill at all this time. So, as you guys can see, I am just purely trying to stun and spread out my debuffs as much as possible while focusing down one Juno. And if one of their attack bars is fairly low, you can feel free to debuff them more than once. Like, right there, I think I hesitated because I was debating debuffing her more than once because her attack bar was fairly low still. So it all worked out in the end because my Sig's gonna move and she's gonna die. So let's see if they actually end up triggering their passive. We'll see here. With this team, you're actually forced to debuff more than once because Bella's first skill and Veramos' first skill both have a chance to debuff, so it can happen, and you're just gonna have to deal with it, sort of. The time I did this boss before, I had to do this wave maybe 10 or 15 times, I don't even remember. Yeah, there was her passive triggering, it's pretty annoying. So, yeah, I had to do this wave a couple of times. Actually, let me go back. What? Hold on. I had to do this wave like a bunch of times before I got good RNG to pass it. So sometimes it just takes good RNG. Alright, this is actually interesting. I thought you can't remove stuns, but I guess her passive is more of like, kind of like a Veligul cleanse. Like, it's a cleanse, I guess. Wait, did she not move? Shoot. Okay, I'll just do this real quick and then skip ahead. So she's gonna move here. She's stunned. And then she gets a turn. Alright, let me look this up real quick. It'll just take a second. Because I think it's important. Okay, removes the harmful effects if you start the turn with 2 or more harmful effects. Recovers your HP by 15% and the HP of your allies by 10%. Yeah, so I guess it's just more of like a cleanse. She didn't even violent proc, she's not on violent. And the passive doesn't mention anything that has to do with violent. So I guess it's just a cleanse, like sleep, stun, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, then for this wave, when I did it before, I kind of killed a mix of them. I think I killed 1 Light Succubus, Arya, and 1 Baramos at the same time. This time around, my runes were much stronger, so I kind of just willy-nilly did, and I just went for whatever. This level can be fairly hard because the Aryas have a lot of debuffs. And there's 2 Baramoses, which means they're going to be cleansing 2 harmful effects per turn. Well, you know, one cleanses 1, the other cleanses 1. So your dots can kind of get messed up a little bit, and yeah. I think I had to let my cat out. I think my cat was in my room, and then she wanted out. So I think that's why I paused a little bit there. So yeah, like I said before, it helped if I went for 1 of each. The Baramoses are, see all these debuffs, I think they can put like 3 on you. I think it's actually more than this. I think oh yeah, they have a sleep. So I think it's just 3 that they put in total. And then the Baramoses are also very dangerous because they stomp you and they stun you. So I found that it helped to go for a combination of them, but definitely try out stuff. And you can also look other places, like Reddit is one of like the best resources for Summoner's War advice. So, or other YouTube videos, I guess. I don't have any that I can like recommend at the moment because I don't really watch too many other YouTube videos. I watch some though. So, if you're kind of worried about it, I would look up other people's advice for this wave specifically, but I think my other video on this level is very, very detailed with the boss. So I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the boss. I actually got the same splits that I did in the last video, which is kind of disappointing because if I got different splits, I could have shown you guys how the other splits went. But basically, the way the boss works is there are 3 colors, red, blue, and green, and if you guys are colorblind, there's a marker on the floor under her feet. So she's going to split out 2 clones of herself. I think they're called incarnations or incantations or something. And then they're going to be 2 colors, and then she's going to be the other color. I don't know why the video is getting messed up. So my strategy for this level is to always go for blue first because she reduces the damage allies receive by 15%. It's basically like a Darien passive. A lot of people on YouTube I saw, they were like, go for green first. Same with Reddit. Everyone on Reddit says, go for green first. I definitely disagree with that very much because I don't see why you would do that when there's a Darien passive right there. So I went for blue. Stuns are a must on this level. You pretty much need to have both of these bitches stunned. And of course, attack debuffs help, and the defense debuff on the blue one helps because her damage scales off her defense. So if you defense break her, her damage is going to be less. And what else? The green one, when you attack the green one and she's not stunned, she's going to gain attack bar from that, which means she's going to move more, and then her attack heals her. So she's pretty annoying. And then the Lyrith is currently holding the red one for herself. The splits are random, and it's random each time, I believe. I'm pretty sure it is, unless someone corrects me. I'm pretty sure it's random each time. Like almost 100%. So yeah, the green one has life drain, and the reason you bring a nuker for this level is basically to kill these ads faster and to help with the first 2 waves. You can't bring dots against that first wave, really. but dots are fine for this one, I found, for the splits, and for Beretta's leader speed skill. So the green one's going to die to dots, and what happens is if you kill the ads, eventually Lyrith is going to try to merge back with them, but there's none to merge with. So when that happens and there's none to merge with, she actually stuns herself, and she removes all debuffs right when she stuns herself, so she removes and then stuns herself. And also when she splits, she removes her debuffs. So the best time to put slows on her are at those times, you know, right after she stuns herself, put a slow on her, because if you put it before, she's just going to remove it. And also put a slow on her right after she splits, because she, if you aren't fast enough you don't kill those ads, she merges with them and she will not stun herself, and then she will also gain permanent stats. So you see up there she has 2 turns before she merges, so I think I maybe accidentally... Oh yeah, so I hovered over resetting her attack bar, but then I was like, no, I want her to stun herself as soon as possible, and I was going to save the attack bar reset for once she stunned herself, because I want to have more time to do damage to her while she CC'd herself. So once again, I'm hovering over it because it's like a natural instinct to try to reset her attack bar once it's filling up, but then I remembered, no, do it after she stuns herself. So you guys will see here in a second, after her attack bar fills up, and of course I don't want to attack bar reset her right now because she's auto-attacking me, or she's attacking me. So I want her to stop that as soon as possible. And then, yeah. Hurry up, Lyrith. So there we go. Removes all harmful effects on her, stuns herself, and then I'm going to wait to use my attack bar resets for when she's about to fill up. So, like I said, I guess maybe I didn't, in my other video, I actually had to do 2 rounds of splits, and I got the same ones each time. So she might actually be much harder if she holds in blue herself, because you can't, she's gonna be giving that Darien buff to her allies. So you might just have to get RNG on her. I think one of my friends actually has like the same runes as me, and he got different splits, so I think it's definitely doable. So that's it. I can kind of, I guess I will go over the colorblind guide, I guess. Okay. So here is the image. So the blue one, for those of you who are colorblind, is on the left if you're facing them. She has an eyeball under her feet. So if you see the eyeball, that one's blue. And then the green one's on the right. She has 3, like, leaves. They kind of look like raindrops, I guess. The green one, 3 leaves pointing inwards, basically. And then the red one is under Lyrith's feet. You can see, like, these little flame-looking things sticking out. That's what the red one's gonna look like. It's gonna be like 3 flames sticking outside of the circle, and then the green one points inwards into the circle. So that's it for the colorblind guide, basically. I think on my other video I have like a picture of it to illustrate it in case that's unclear. And then I did my legendary scroll summon on my Path to Decency episode 10 video. That's my series where I document all of my Summoner's War progress, so you can just skip to the end to watch that summon if you want. Spoiler, there may be a Nat 5 in there. Maybe. So check out that video, skip to the end, whatever, I don't care. If you want to see that summon. Sorry, I just screwed it up for you guys. So that's it for this video. Check out the other one if you want an in-depth description of the enemy's skills, a very in-depth. So that's it. Good luck with your TOA endeavors. Comment down below if you want to share your teams for this level again. I keep repeating stuff, but I can't remember if I said it. Well, I think I said that, but I'm doing like 5 TOA videos today, or 6, 5. No, maybe it's 6. Yeah, 6. Because you have to do like the +1 rule, math, hard. Okay, so that's it. Catch you guys later.